Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you wanna tell us, Grandma?
Well, I don't know. I just think that there was, I think for the stepmothers today, I think it's a very, very hard job. But I think you really have to be dedicated to do it. You know.
What about when you became a mother? How do you think your childhood affected the way you parented?
Well, I made up my mind that my children was everything to me, next to my husband, of course. I told Adrian before we got married that he was first, but I said, God is before you, so I want you to know if we get married, he comes first, because I believe that he has our life in his hands. And I said, I want you to understand that. And after we had the children, it was everything. I wanted them so bad. And so we had Jim when I was 30, and Mark when I was 33. But I had been taking hormone. And I wanted to have a third one. But the doctor said to me, you just forget it. You got two great boys. And he said, so you just be thankful for what you have. And I said, I am.
But you made sure that you were that the boys were a priority in your life.
Oh, absolutely. And they had to have the ideals. And I kept them I wanted them to have music in their lives. And Grandpa said they're going to go to the Christian school, of course. He went right along with me with that, all the way. All the way. And he's very good. So, and I appreciate that. You know, it's been a long, 59 years. So...
Going back once more,
yeah.
Tell me about what was it like growing up in a his, hers, and ours family?
Well, that's what it was. His, hers, and ours. And I kind of didn't feel like I ever got the extra piece of pie, if there was one, or if there's anything extra. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember getting it at all. But I didn't go without, so I had food. I can remember going to school. I couldn't wait till I went to school. And I don't know what it was. Breakfast, we got cod liver oil. We stood in line and got a spoon of cod liver oil. We all stood in line, and Ruth didn't like it, so she'd take a graham cracker and stuff her mouth with a graham cracker. But we had good bringing up when it came to spiritual things and all of that, yeah. So, that's all. I'm done.
Great. Good job, Grandma.
Like a bath night.
Oh, what was it like on bath night?
Bath night. Well, on bath night. Oh, yeah. Well, I went in the tub. With my brother.
What brother?
Jerry.
Until how old?
Yeah, Jerry was a baby, and he was a baby, and then when he got out, when she took him out of the tub, she had him in the lavatory, and I don't know what they did there.
Say that again, Grandma.
I was in the tub, and it was I wasn't getting any warmer, because by that time the water was getting cold.
Where was Alice this whole time?
She was holding Jerry in the lavatory.
It was six kids.
Well, at that time there were only the two of us there. Yeah. At that time there were only the two of us. Jerry and I. And I couldn't figure out why we had to be together, because I was in there a long time. But she was with him.
Yeah. What about when your family would get ready on Sunday mornings?
Oh, Dad would go to he'd go to the French doors. Children, time to get up. Time to get up. Jerry, you got to get up. because Jerry never got up. And he was always late. So we all would get up. Up we went. And so we got ready for church, and we had to keep ready to go. And to church we walked. What? Oh, and then we sat in the front row in church because the church was filled by the time we got there. We got there at the last minute. It was 10 o'clock almost. And we sat way in the front. Way in the front. And then after church, Mother wanted to take Jerry for sure, and me home. But as I got older, I went with my father to Grandma's. But I never wanted to go home with her because, well, for different reasons.
Tell me.
When we got home, well, no, I don't know. She'd take him. I don't know where she went with Jerry, but gone.
No, seriously. Why didn't you like to go home? She would take Jerry and they would go off somewhere special?
Not, yeah, in the bedroom or whatever. That's true. That's true. I know.
We gotta call social services on this family.
I don't, Laura, Julianne, I don't want this published. I don't want anybody to read it. Maybe Mark and Sharon, but otherwise nobody else, because you and Lori.
Grandma, if there is something that you would like your grandchildren and your children to remember you by, or when they think of you, what would you like them to think of?
Well, think of.
What would you like to be remembered by?
Well,
when Sasha gets older, what do you want us to tell her about her great-grandma?
Well, about my music, number one, that was very important to me. Music in my life. And the scripture that I learned and the hymns that I learned with my father. They were great.
Do you have a favorite scripture?
And, well, they're all favorite. But Isaiah 53 I still know by heart. And the Lord's Prayer in Latin. Like you know that too. We both know that. And, yeah. Mainly the music. Mainly.
Well, I love you, Grandma. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, well, now I want to hear how this ends up.